welcome back to another Models by me. This time we'll be unboxing not this kit. Why do I want something this is a fantasy tank. That didn't exist. Ah, that's better. We'll be reviewing the historically accurate Hollywood Tiger from Warlord Games. We'll do this in the usual manner. We'll have a look at the outside of the box, the contents, instructions, and I would say the sprues, but I'm pretty certain this thing doesn't have sprues. We'll have a look at the pieces. So, quick history on the Tiger. This legendary beast, you could not take this thing on whatsoever. If it turned up on the battlefield, it only had one weakness, and that was its ass. You literally could not do anything else to this thing. Hide, you could try and hide, no point. That cannon, the deadly 88mm on the front of a Tiger, oh, that would punch through. It was laser accurate, it would punch through anything you were hiding behind. Absolutely nothing could stop this thing. Well, maybe a few sticky bombs to the side, maybe, or as I say, good old paint round up the backside will do the trick. So, let's have a look at the rest of this review. So, apologies about the content, the state of the box. It's unfortunately a bit squished. So, the front, we've got a nice, lovely representation of the model bursting through some town in France. The lovely, historically accurate Tiger tracks. Again, it's from Warlord Games to be used as part of their bolt action system, and does require the second edition rulebook to actually use this thing. This is in 1/56 scale, and it's a resin and metal kit, which ironically would actually make this the first resin and metal kit I've reviewed on this channel. It's not the first one I've made, but it's the first one I've reviewed. Anyway, so that's the front. The side, we got the front box again, or the front artwork there. Hollywood Tiger, 1/56 scale, Warlord Well Action. The side that's open. Barcode, try and scan it. German heavy tank. Oh, super heavy. Come on, get it right. To be used in late war from 1944 all the way up to 1970. This is what this tank's supposed to be used for. Yeah, you thought the Second World War finished in 45? Nah, 1970. And that's the same as the other side. Oh, not the other side. Fun. So they've done this bit again, so yeah, have they done it? Okay, they haven't done it on all sides, so you can have it this way or this way on the shelf, but on if it stood up like so. If you're having it flat on its side, it can only be done this way round, so you can't have it like that. You could, but it defeats the whole purpose of having right on the side. Right, the back. We have the front and back of the historically accurate Tiger. It includes a tank commander. I have orders. This bank is not to fall into the hands of the American Army. A little bit of history on the Hollywood Tiger. And that is it. So contents. It's already open, so let's have a look at what this thing comes with. Everything in a bag. Oop, we've got something. Guess what we got? What we got? We have the turret. Anything else in it? Aha. Instructions. I've got to blur that bit out later. Alright. So everything comes nicely bagged in bubble wrap, except for the turret, which I'm guessing purely because of how, when we were turning the box around, it fell out. So, pull this out so we can all see. So we got all the various bits. Got a decal there. Tracks. And all the metal pieces. And a thing about the resin kits. So, alright, let's go jump onto the instructions. Right, so first off, let's go back to the resin kits. Oh, if self-focused for a change. Yep, when dealing with resin kits, if you're new to this, always wash them in warm water first with a little bit of washing up liquid or a bit of soap, and just like give it a quick wash around and let it dry before doing anything else. As it says here, it removes any remains from the release agent to help the resin kits come out of their mold smoothly. It's written right there, and I'm rewording it badly. Basically, if you're then trying to paint over this, the paint doesn't stick. It just rubs straight back off again. Trust me, ask me how I know. Always use super glue when it comes to this. Plastic and PVA just won't do the trick. Super glue is the must. Pause that if you want to read the rest of that bit. And it's got instructions on how to make it. Yes, it has instructions on how to make this. I'm going to jump to this page. So, pretty self-explanatory. You got the hull. It's not the fuselage. It's not an airplane. It's the hull. Tracks go on the sides. Mud flaps go on the rear behind the tracks. Put the machine gun into the front. Turret, grenade launchers. Hatch. Cut it in half if you want it open, but this one only shows us. No, beg your pardon. If you want it open, you have to flip him up and around. Or just not pose it there. It says it comes with a commander, and yet we'll have a look at that later on the actual piece. But then you got the infamous 88mm cannon. And we've got a little bit here, so there's a bonus bit coming up later. The pieces. Can't really say the sprues. Again, no sprues. So we've got a nice lovely block of resin. It's quite literally a block. It's solid. Quite a weighty thing as well. So nicely detailed. Got all this nice, lovely, smooth, historically accurate surface. Hatches are quite nice. The Zimmerit coating on the front face. What the 300 meter odd armor on that. 300 meters. God, don't be silly. Yeah, the very thick armor plate on the vertical armor. Even the front slopes are vertical. I will call that out. I don't ever recall Tigers having a complete vertical front. And the back here, yeah, we've got the exhaust covers with the exhaust vents at the top. We've got the air coolers, or the air coolers, air intakes, filters. I think these are filters. Beg your pardon. The bits on the outside. The ones in the middle are definitely exhaust. And that's about it for the hull. The turret. We had a brief look at this earlier. So we got my hand more in focus than the turret. But yeah, we got the Zimmerit coating all the way around. That's quite nice. We've got a hatch, machine gun port. All quite nice. Yeah, very nice. And the by looks of things, you'd put the grenade. Like I say, grenade launchers. They're smoke grenades. So you put the smoke grenades on the sides there. And with this hatch, the German hatches once split, that I was incorrectly referring to earlier. You would they would lift up and then they would swing out to the side. So if you do decide to use a tank commander, yeah, there was a tank commander in there. If you do decide to use a tank commander, you'd have the hatch open and it'll be just to one side. But quite nice. Ooh, don't like that. Okay, the problem with resins, you're going to have these things which are gates. They do need to be filed away first before painting, otherwise it just looks really weird. So it's got a couple of like train bumpers there. Bonus, build video. Tracks. Some people are going to say these are T-34 tracks. No, they are not. They're historically accurate. Tiger. You see all these interweaved road wheels, the sprocket gear. Yeah, it's proper Tiger. Quite nice. It's got the tracks have got quite a bit of detail all the way around. The underside, you're not going to see it. You got the gates though, but I wouldn't. Probably unless you want to sand that flat a little bit, just so it sits more flatter down. That's not too bad. Yeah, the tracks actually look quite nice there. And these are going to be the same. Yep, they're going to be the same as well. So these would line up. So you've got a couple of little pegs here. They're not gates, so these are the pegs. And they line up nicely into those holes. So that's the sprocket wheel that goes at the back. And you'd go at the front. Metal pieces. The bit of paper just says packet for you by packed for you by Tina C, customer services. So in here we have the head of the tank commander. So we can do the jelly baby test. It's got a crew member. I can't do because of the lights on. The light's off and it won't focus. Focus. Not on my hand. Focus on the big lump of metal in my... There we go. I'm not going to move it too much. But you can see the pockets. The belt just there. It's quite nice. He's holding up his phone so he can order a pizza. Overlay orders for the German bank. So yeah, not too bad. I would definitely say that is not a jelly baby. Have a look at the head. We've got the eagle at the top here. Yes, you got the Reich mark. Not Reich mark. You got the German eagle at the top there. So we've got the smoke launchers, and this must be the infamous bent barrel for. Okay, no, this would be the MG34, not with the bendy barrel. Unfortunately, this one is bent, so you're gonna have to adapt it or change it slightly so it's not so bent out of place. But not too bad. You got all the holes in there for aid with cooling. We have the mud flaps. Not too bad, quite nicely detailed there. We have... Going to get the hatch out first. Let's look at the hatch. So it's doing the gun's doing a runner for it. So a pretty basic hatch, not a lot there, unfortunately. You got a big steel thing to hold it in place, so put in that. And somewhere is the barrel, which is quite straight. Yeah, that's quite nice. Even comes with front sights to aim with. Not historically accurate at all, that. Yeah, I think that's just a little bit of extra flash, so just file it off and you'll be good. The tank's been disarmed. There was one major weakness to these things. The turret motors were weak as anything. So you could run around in circles around it, but unfortunately, if it did ever line its gun up at you, you'll be dead. One partly assembled tank. Bonus build video. Final thoughts then. This is a lovely, lovely kit, and oh, I can't keep that going. April Fools. Yes, I know full damn well this is, as it says, it's the Hollywood Tiger. It's built from a, what was it, T-55 or T-34? T-34. So one of the first films to actually have Shermans as Shermans, and Tigers actually look fairly tigerish. But yeah, it's going to be a fun joke of a build. Referencing Kelly's Heroes. Oddball's Heroes. Probably to avoid copyright claims. So you get 8 character figures representing various characters in the film from the 1970s. And I'm not going to name them because I'll name them in a minute. But it's also been so long since I've seen the film. Flashbacks. Guess what I'm watching over the weekend then? Probably even Easter weekend. But yeah, let's watch. Yeah, so this one you get all the characters, and you can try and recreate that famous scene of the walking down Oddball Kelly and Sergeant walking down to against the Tiger, and then you have the Tiger commander jump out. So we got a Tiger, we got the crew, we have Oddball. Of course, you got to have his Sherman. This will be pretty much the exact same. I'll do a separate video on this one, and I'll get separate video for the heroes. But you can imagine it's going to be quite similar. You will have to play working on the railroads while shooting tigers up the ass. I know that's not correct for the film. You're shooting paint at them. Right, so I kept this to the end. Hopefully, if I did my job properly, I'd censored out the Kelly's Hero, so it wouldn't be too much of a giveaway. But this basically, this works with the bolt action rules. So, special rules here, on top of the bolt action stuff. Special Hollywood, so the soldiers in the films are special caliber fighting man, better even than the veterans. Hollywood soldiers are treated as veterans for various rules that affect them, but require a 6+ to be damaged. So bolt action, the less skilled you are at hiding behind cover, the easier for you to get shot and killed. Hence, veterans that know how to hide behind cover, or Hollywood, where you just stand in the middle of a field or in the middle of a street with a tiger pointing Right, yeah. They also enjoy +1 to hit, because they also don't need to ever reload. Cannon fodder. Matching up Hollywood soldiers against historic fighter men simply would not be cinematic. Far better to have huge waves of cannon fodder with inexplicably high numbers of MP40s all charging headfirst into the enemy. Why were the old films had so many MP40s? It's unbelievable. Or was it just 3 and they just recorded the same 3 being bored around everybody? Hollywood cannon fodder are treated as inexperienced but require 2+ to be damaged and never claim a bonus. So how the Hollywood heroes always get 6+ to be damaged. The cannon fodder, 2+. Mulligan's mortars. So you can do pre-game bombardment of the enemy, just to like lay a whole bunch of pin markers down, cause all sorts of mayhem. The pin markers just make sure you don't do your orders. So crap used by Kelly's heroes, crap game induced or otherwise, is activated on a roll of a d6. 1 to 2, the American forces hit. American soldiers cannot be killed, but only the pin markers can be distributed. That's what I was referring to earlier. 3 to 4, carry out the normal rules on the enemy as per normal. And 5 to 6, Mulligan is late yet again. Try again next turn. Let's have a look what we got on the inside here. So we got Private ex-First Lieutenant Kelly. And he has 1 officer with up to 2 further men. And he has submachine guns. There goes Champion. Eastwood never ran from a fight. Eastwood never hit the deck when he was supposed to advance. Kelly's team and any Hollywood unit within 6 inches automatically pass order checks and morale checks. I think I might speed this up just so I won't read out everything because it's got a few pages. But yeah, basically these come with all the special rules. So we got Kelly, crap game. What am I on about? So you can have extra machine guns and order for Mulligan, but if he's always carrying stuff, he has carrying machine guns, he's just got to moan about it all the time. Barbara, just don't call him Barbara. Master Sergeant Jake Big Joe Diamond. Big Joe, that was his name. You have more men. He just shouts at everybody, and he's effective with the Tommy gun. Oddball Sherman. All the different rules. You may add turret-mounted machine gun. That's pretty standard for American vehicles. Moriarty Detroit Motors. Moriarty Specials. Get extra movement. Stick the pipe on the end to make it like a 90mm or something. Scares the crap out of the Germans. Add paint ammunition. Same purpose. Add a loudspeaker. Only 1 per force? I swear Oddball Shermans had 1 each. All the different additional rules. You pause to read those. The nexus of positive energy. Let's knock it off with them negative waves. If you pause that, have a read of it. Modifiers. So different rules there. Where's the rule? So I know there's a rule in there somewhere. I don't know. But it's still up. No, it ain't. So we got rules for Oddball, Moriarty with his special engines, Turk, and the other guy. It does point out an oddity here where it's supposed to be a 5-man crew. Oddball Sherman's crewed by 4, but there's an additional 4th person which nobody ever sees. So, let's put the Sherman together. The Tiger. Tiger has 1 weak point. That's its ass. And then the Bavarian, which you must use a silly Hollywood Bavarian accent while trying to talk like him. I think it even says it just there. Putting on a funny voice, no change. Putting on a funny voice to change the dice roll comes at a price. Yeah. Plus other stuff that Warlord do. Those have been changed. Those are the old ones. I'm pretty sure they're still the same. Pretty certain you can get these anyway, but quite nice. That's where the front slope on that's a bit too vertical almost, but yeah, it does still looks nice. Okay, so yeah, at some point in the future I will look at doing an unboxing on these two. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more.